Hello world. Back again with another video. Aye, subject to this one is a production, and I guess it's a kind of message for the next generation of sort of producers, up and comings, people that are interested in music production, that are kind of a purist mentality, which we all are, because if you're not a purist about the music you love, you don't really love music at all. If you're not fanatical about what is it you enjoy, then you're not really a fan, are you? That's the kind of the definition of fandom. Not that I'm calling you fans, if you take it to the production stage, you're a little bit of a step up for fan. But yeah, so this is kind of directed towards the next sort of gen, current music point two. Yeah, just turn this down a little bit so I can hear myself speak. Right, so anyway, last night I was speaking to someone, won't say who you are, but he's established, he's known, he's like a serious sort of producer guy, and this guy sort of was telling me about this young guy that's he was given an opportunity that he turned down, that you wouldn't turn down if you were given it. This guy was given an opportunity to work on a project that was going to get it's basically got to get pressed and put out as vinyl and stuff, but he didn't really want to get involved with it because of his own sort of personal tastes. He just thought it's not really his style of thing, so therefore he wouldn't really want to get involved in it in a sort of engineering production capacity. Yeah, which doesn't really make any sense, you know. So yeah, that's got me thinking. So I just thought I should not got to specifically talk about that, but I'm just going to talk about in general, you know, the whole music production thing, and if you want to get into it, and some tips on, you know, not actual production but mentality. So yeah. So anyway, about me. I studied music production. Basically, I was in every sense a musical purist. Like, I was into electronic music. If it wasn't hip hop, or if it wasn't techno or house, if it wasn't made with synths and drum machines or samplers, I wasn't interested in it. Had no value to me whatsoever. Anything that involved the guitar was basically like Stone Age stuff to me. It didn't matter what it was, it didn't matter how great it was. Although I appreciate, like I was into sort of funk and jazz and all the artists that I didn't really need to name, because you know who they are, you've listened to them yourself, you enjoy them yourself. But as far as I was concerned, they're like over here. They're great and all, they're over here, but the pinnacle of music is actually up here, a little bit to the left and up. And that basically composes of everything electronic, everything that's been made since like the end of the 70s upwards, that it's basically electronic in essence. So, and the pinnacle of that was like techno, because techno kind of threw away all the old instruments, it threw away all the old styles of production, all the old mentality of what music was, and basically looked for something new. And hip hop was always in there as well, because it's like a creative. It's a whole ball game. It comprises of like the whole instrumental side, and there's the rap side, which can be independent, and they're both obviously creative. So anyway, that's me. So I started studying music production, which was electronic music production, which I later went on to sort of study acoustics and actual sound production. It was engineering. One sec, just need to flip this record. Actually, fuck it. Start that one. So yeah, I ended up studying acoustics and acoustic theory, and what else did I study? Sound engineering, just general live production and actual producing, which obviously I'm Scottish. I don't know if you discerned that from my accent there, but the term production or sound engineering might mean something different to where you are, but here it's in a very real sense production. It's all about, it's not, it's hard to explain, but it's a very, very serious thing. It is a form of engineering, so it's taken as on the same level as if you were studying to be an electronic engineer. It's that sort of level. It's not like a sort of, it's within the sphere of the arts, but it's also an engineering sort of school of learning. So yeah. So anyway, I started studying that, but that obviously involved learning about stuff that I wasn't really interested in. Stuff that was like how to make up a band, how to record a band, how to produce a band, as in not just hit record, as into how to get a band to sort of do what is that they do, but to a sort of a production level, to the correct level, to get the best out of them and stuff, which was all about like management, and also because it's Scotland, everything involves a level of business, so you have to learn about the business, and that's a whole different sphere. I won't even go into that, but yeah. So anyway, I had to learn about stuff that I wasn't really interested in. And being a bit of a musical purist, an electronic musical purist, I had a purist attitude to it. So I was like, why do I need to do this? I don't really, this has no value to me whatsoever, because I'm into electronics, so why do I need to learn about music production? Didn't realise that what I'll be down the line, that all these techniques that you're learning, all these sort of things that you're learning about with bands actually influence your own sort of how all music is made, because it's all fundamentally the same. Even if you're making acid techno that is like a bass line and drums, there's still got to be certain structures. There's overlaps, basically, is what I'm saying. So yeah, anyway, this guy was given this opportunity, but because he had this sort of purist attitude, he basically turned it down. Yeah, so I can identify with that, and I can identify with anyone out there that is like of that sort of mindset. But what I'm basically here to say is, see if you have any opportunity whatsoever to work with any style of music production, or any opportunity to work with anything, it doesn't matter, even if it's so far out of your sort of scope of what it is that you're interested in, you need to take it, because it will benefit you, no matter what it is, no matter how insignificant it seems. It's all a learning process, and it's all about sort of expanding your own understanding, and yeah, that's what you need to do. You just need to sort of embrace everything, take every opportunity you can, no matter how obscure it seems, or how out of the box, or how far out of your sort of direction it is, because it does sort of influence you. So anyway, when I was told this, my immediate sort of reaction was sort of a recollection of my own sort of experience. Like I ended up going on to study like quite a bit. I finished whatever course it was that I won't bother naming, and I went back to study at a higher level. And there was a couple of lecturers that there's basically this lecturer that we had that was an engineer by trade and a musician by trade, and he knew his stuff. He was like, you couldn't sort of argue that this guy knew his shit. He was a drummer for Jamiroquai. He worked in a studio that Led Zeppelin worked in, and yeah, basically when confronted with sort of his sort of class and the production, because he took his craft seriously, as the students took their sort of intentions to go into that craft seriously. But for people like me that were only into electronic music, that had no interest whatsoever in acoustic music, we were just like, or at least I was just like, this is like, what the hell do I need to know about like making up a drum kit? What do I need to know about like getting a guitarist to sort of play a chord correctly, or to get an overdub right? If I've got to be working with drum machines, then I can just go back and, you know, rewrite the sequence or re-record it, or like record a jam or whatever. And we had this other lecturer that was, bearing in mind this is Scotland, so this has more of an impact to someone in Scotland, but this guy was in like the Proclaimers. And but my attitude was sort of, at the time, because even though I respected what it was he'd done, and that he knew exactly what he was doing, I was just like, this has got, fair enough, like this guy is who he is, but at the same time, what relevance has that got to me, to music production? Like to the guy's not working with synthesizers, he's not working with drum machines, he's not like a sampler person, so you know what use is that to me? It's like, I don't really want to be associated with that type of stuff. Yeah, as good as it is, as much kudos as the guy gets for like being part of that, you know, it's got absolutely no influence on me. So yeah, but now I realise that kind of attitude for the start was just kind of a bit silly, and so yeah, if you have any opportunity to work with anyone on any type of production, no matter how wacky it might seem to you, how many other opportunities you've got to take it. Like, doesn't matter if it's like completely got nothing to do with like your intentions, completely got no impact on, like, or if you can't see that it's going to improve you, it will improve you, even if, especially if it's something really awkward, because when you learn to sort of work outside your own sphere understanding, or your own sphere of comfort, that's where the creativity starts. That's where the limitations, what is it you're doing, start to, in your mind, sort of open horizons. For example, I got myself years ago. I got myself a MPC after working pretty much exclusively with drum machines, synthesizers, groove boxes, and that. So it's a sequencer all the same. So it's still within the sphere, but it's a completely. If you've ever used a sampler, an MPC sampler of that size, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's like it's so limited. It's so it's a different style of working, but the limitations allow you to sort of think in different ways where you can sort of adapt and improve upon what is it you do, and sort of discover new ways of working or new ways of achieving a sound or a style that it is that you normally achieve through other means. So yeah, it's like that. It's basically it doesn't matter what is, whether it's like using a different type of instrument or whether it's working in a different style or sort of approaching a different genre, or whether it's doing anything sort of, as long as it's different, because if you're sort of if you allow yourself a sort of purist mentality to sort of stay in a set sort of formula, then it's just, by definition, it's formulaic, it's pop, and that's not really what you want. If you want to be if you want to be the Spice Girls of electronic music, then it's not really suited. Electronic music's not really suited for that. It's something that kind of progresses, and it progresses fast. Stuff changes really quickly. Genres just die, and it's all because of experimentation and sort of trying out different things and sort of playing around with different genres or different styles. I just scratched my effects from the record there, hopefully not. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Just so that's my piece of advice. Just kind of don't limit yourself to don't put yourself in a box. Don't sort of limit yourself by allowing your own ideals to sort of stunt your ability to learn or to grow as an artist, or no matter what level of you're on, whether you've been at it for a while or whether you're just sort of getting interested in sort of music production, then you need to sort of embrace every single opportunity that you can, whether it's working with someone, whether it's working with an artist that you don't really you're not really on the same sort of where you're not from the same background, or where you're, as long as your objectives are the same in that sort of sense, and whether it's like projects, take every fucking opportunity you can to work with every project that you can, especially if you get an opportunity that's along the lines of you might actually produce an artifact like a record or a CD, because that's what it's all about. Like, even if it's something that it's not your genre. Like I've worked with rock bands and like produced or engineered rock stuff. I'm not into rock, unless your name's Frank Zappa. I'm not really that much into that genre. But at the same time, if I've got the opportunity to sort of to work with that and do something a bit different, or to learn something from it, then by all means you've got to get in there and do it. So yeah, that's me. That's what I've got to say. That's my sort of message to all of yous that have got opportunities that are potentially going to turn them down because of stupid shit. Don't do it. Just get involved. Adios.